progression of the new Armalite owner, saving you time and money in 20 easy steps. 1. Buy a cheap DPMS Oracle or Palmetto State Armory rifle because it's all you can afford or you think that is all you will ever need. Your inexpensive AR-15 comes with a cheap, plastic, non-free float handguard because you don't know any better. 2. Immediately put on a red dot or Riotech with a flip to the side magnifier because it looks cool. Because that is what you used in Battlefield Online. Oh yeah. You vigorously clean your entire rifle including the bore after every single trip to the range because that is what your daddy taught you. 3. Purchase steel casing ammo. Cheapest possible. Install a cheap 2-piece aluminum quad rail purchased off either eBay or Amazon for the impending onslaught of accessories. You are told you can't put your red dot on your non-free float handguard. WTF. You then annoy everyone at the range with your spray and pray BS while pissing the guy off to your right with your ejected brass. Then give the guy you just pelted with ejected brass the look. What? Something wrong? Literally everyone at the range is wondering what you're trying to accomplish other than wasting money and annoying everyone. What? Am I doing something wrong here? 4. Install a laser, flashlight, and every other accessory known to man. If you got it, it is on it. 5. Finally realize you need a bipod because you're not jumping out of helicopters and just shooting from a bench at the local 100-yard max range. SOB, how do I attach a bipod to my quad rail? Cheap 25 Harris bipod knockoff purchased with a bipod adapter, which isn't solid because of your 2-piece cheap handguard. 6. Realize all your accessories attached to your $30 eBay 2-piece quad rail is ridiculous and does nothing but add weight and gets in the way at the 100-yard range. 7. Finally realize the importance of a free float handguard and wish you had that. Damn it. 8. Waste the 2-piece handguard and throw it in the trash. And YouTube how to install a free float handguard. Damn it. I need a new gas block. WTF. Oh yeah, you're still cleaning your entire rifle including the bore after each range trip because that is what your daddy taught you. 9. Finally realize the red dot with a flip to the side magnifier is ridiculous as it adds way too much weight and you hate it because the guy next to you with a scope has some impressive groups on 1-inch circles at 100 yards and you can't check out his groups on the 100-yard line and only when he brings back his target to the bench because your magnifier only has 3x power. You realize you don't jump out of choppers and 3x power isn't enough and you purchase a low 1 to 8 power scope because you think you still need to shoot targets at 10 yards. 10. Next time you go to the range the same amazing .75 MOA group guy is back at it. You ask the guy next to you at the range what he does to produce such amazing groups while checking out his free float handguard AR-15 with its 4 to 16x power scope. You ask why his scope is so long and what is a sunshade at this point. You also ask the stranger next to you with his .75 MOA groups, are those reloads? Do they make that much of a difference? At this point you are screwed monetary-wise and you don't even know it yet. This is when you get in a long preliminary discussion about how to reload which will actually take you a minimum of 6 months to fully understand how to really reload. You also somewhat talk about load development, but you have no clue what he is talking about. 11. Jump on forum after forum, searching info on high power scopes. Low 1 to 8x power scope replaced with a minimum 4 to 16x scope. Sunshade installed. Oh snap, this AR-15 is heavy now. 12. Finally realize that your high power scope isn't producing .75-inch groups at 100 yards and the best you can do is 1.25-inch groups at 100 yards. It is at this point you learn what minute of angle stands for and roughly how to adjust your turrets for elevation and wind. Some miss the fact it's angular adjustments you're making and still think they are adjusting 1/4 inch per click at 100 yards. And still don't know to this very day. Why 1.047 inches at 100 yards, you ask? Maybe. Still have not ventured past 100 yards yet because that's the max yardage at your range. Still not reloading yet. You ask the 0.75 minute of angle guy next to you what you are doing wrong. This is when he says, because you don't reload. The circle is now complete, you're 100% screwed now. 13. You search forums on reloading equipment and make the mistake of buying a reloading kit. All you need to reload in one box. When you should have parted your reloading setup from the start, loosely based on the buy once cry once method. This is when you bang your head on the bench trying to figure out headspace and the billion other things you really need to learn when it comes to reloading. Wilson case gauges are purchased at this point. 14. Finally, you print a 0.75 inch group at 100 yards. You are still not calling it a 0.75 minute of angle group at this point, and still using inches. A new guy next to you is printing consistent 0.5 minute of angle groups with tons of info about his reloads written on index cards. You ask him what he does. Now you are really screwed as you both talk about load development for hours. 15. Usually about this point you sell your entire AR-15 rifle setup including the scope. Countless hours are spent on the net trying to find the perfect AR-15. You end up buying a .308 Ruger precision rifle and the entire idea of owning an AR-15 is thrown completely out the window. 16. Wilson case gauges are finally replaced with a headspace gauge you clamp on your calipers and you finally realize you reload for your rifle and not a case gauge. You finally have the minute of angle, scope turret, brain bomb dropped on your head with a Q&A. How many minutes are in an hour? I know that, 60. Did you know the word minute is just a fancy word for 1/60th? Well, kinda no. How many degrees are in a circle? I know that, 360. Did you know each degree is subdivided into 60 more parts called minutes? Ah, no. And how does that relate to my scope again? So, explain to me again how I can have a 3-minute of angle 5 shot group at 300 yards and still have a 3-minute of angle 5 shot group at 600 yards? Head explodes, boom. 17. Finally learn adjustments on your scope are angular adjustments and really has nothing to do with 1/4 inch per click at 100 yards like your daddy taught you. Your American ass finally learns the term mil and still don't know it stands for milliradian. 18. You venture to 200, 300, 400, 500, all the way up to 1,000 yards. This is when you sell your rifle again and purchase a custom 6.5 Creedmoor because that is what everyone else is using. 6.5 Creedmoor that is. 19. You participate in your first local match. You sell your minute of angle scope and purchase a mil scope even though it doesn't really matter as long as your turrets match the reticle. You sell your rifle again and purchase an ultra-expensive custom bolt-action rifle and 6.5 by 47. This is when you purchase Lapua brass and destroy your life with a chronograph and load development in which you'll eventually learn two things. You hate brass prep and load development. Oh yeah. The safe you just purchased only holds a third of what it's rated for. If rated for 30 guns, then it truly only holds 10 guns with scopes and a few boxes of ammo. Finally you learn that leaving your barrel fouled and not cleaning your rifle's bore after each trip to the range is actually a good thing. And to only clean your rifle's bore when accuracy falls off while wondering how many rifle barrels you have destroyed in the past from excessive bore cleaning. And that copper and carbon fouling in your rifle's bore actually improves accuracy. And 2. Only clean and oil the bore if stored for a month or more. You get sick and tired of the political BS at matches and just want to shoot at the range, by yourself. 20. Finally you get sick of it all. Everything. And realize the one basic rule. You just enjoy shooting rifles. And you fall back to your roots and purchase a DPMS Oracle once again with a Vortex Strike Fire 2. With no magnifier, as you now know the eye relief sucks balls. In regards to magnifiers. And your red dot is now mounted to the upper receiver, because you know better now. Not being mounting to your handguard, that is. Unless it is a monolithic upper. Your back to basics rifle is super lightweight. It's all you will ever need. And you now don't care so much with how small your groups are, driving yourself crazy BS. And you find the best way to do low development without destroying half of your barrel life. Now you finally realize each rifle has a particular purpose and you need to purchase another safe. Your wife hates you and your gun collection, and all of the above is really based on your Second Amendment right to defend yourself. Enjoy!